Now I've been getting this for quite some time now. How much do you guys actually know about me as a person? And I thought, well, you guys don't really know much about my life outside of YouTube. You've seen my videos and stuff about me, but you don't really actually know anything about me. Now I've been getting messages from a lot of people and I've also been tagged in it, so I've decided to give you guys 100 facts about me. So here we go. My name's Alex, I'm 20 years old, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm 6'2", I have green eyes, but they usually change color from time to time. So it's pretty cool because one moment my eyes could be green and the next moment they could be blue. I am currently training to be a pro wrestler. One of my favorite hobbies is working out. I have a 7-month-old puppy named Bear. I used to have a ball python. I am a religious person, Christian Orthodox, and I believe that God comes first, God comes before anything and anyone. Another hobby of mine is whenever I'm available and whenever I'm free, I like to go on Xbox Live and just fool around with a couple of my friends. I pretty much love all sports, but my favorite 5 are, and yes, this is in order, pro wrestling, MMA, football, boxing, basketball. I am an open-minded person. I am a Capricorn born on January 11th, 1992. I pissed my pants in the 1st grade taking a spelling test. What irritates me the most are people with no common sense. Here's an example. Every guy or girl is the same, when in fact that's completely false because everybody is different. I love horror movies. I love making people laugh. It's just who I am as a person. If you're not laughing, you're not living. I am currently single, not seeing, talking, or dating anyone. I had my very first kiss at my very first birthday party by a very close friend of mine till this day named Veronica. I don't smoke. I don't see the purpose of inhaling any sort of substance in your body for any mediocre pleasure or reason. Girls who are desperate for attention through social networking and social interaction is a huge turnoff. I listen to any genre of music. Rap, hip-hop, R&B, rock, metal, techno, you name it, I listen to it. I'm not biased toward any genre. Now I'm not going to get into my turn-ons and turn-offs in terms of sexual interaction because 1, I don't see why any of you would care, and 2, it's too long to explain in a brief description. So I have absolutely no siblings, no brothers, no sisters, no grandfather, no grandmother, no father. It's just me and my wonderful mother, and that's all I can really ask for. I don't really get into physical confrontations, but the last time I got into a fight, I ended up breaking the kid's nose and lacerating his left eyebrow. My 3 favorite colors are green, blue, and red just because they have a lot of significance and meaning to me. For example, green, money, and the color of my eyes, blue, charisma and energy, and red, power and love. My 10 favorite pro wrestlers of all time, and this is not in order, are Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, The Undertaker, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kurt Angle, Bret the Hitman Hart, Triple H, Eddie Guerrero, and Chris Benoit. My 3 favorite football teams are the Giants, the Saints, and the Colts. My 3 favorite basketball teams are the Knicks, the Lakers, and the Celtics. My favorite baseball team is obviously the New York Yankees. I am a huge fan of Paranormal Activity. I am a really nice guy and a really friendly person, so if you happen to see me in the street, walk on over and say hello. It's not like I'm going to throw you in the dumpster. I am currently involved in an organization and a group that I personally established along with my friends John, Omar, and Stefan called Unreal Entertainment. Sadly, I can't sing, but I do rap and produce music. I am huge into politics, geopolitical, and social studies. Now, the last time I tried being in a relationship, the girl ended up leading me on twice, lied to my face, got back with her ex-boyfriend, had sex with him, broke up, got pregnant, and ended up stomping all over my heart when I gave her my all. Charlene, whoops, I broke the 4th wall. I used to work doing construction with a very close friend of mine, Zeph, back in 2010. I also did construction a year prior to that with a neighbor of mine named Tama. I worked as a security guard, I worked at GameStop, I worked as a Homeland Security officer. Now my favorite quote of all time, in which I personally go by, is the following: don't let nobody tell you you can't do something, not even me. You got a dream and you have to protect it. When someone can't do something themselves, they say you can't do it. If you want something, go and get it. Period. Will Smith, The Pursuit of Happiness. I love girls with a sense of charisma, intelligence, personality, and originality. One of my favorite beverages is orange juice. Another Another, Ice-T. I graduated from Grover Cleveland High School in 2010. I was on the high school wrestling team for 2 years. I am a very, very loyal person and dedicated to those I love. Now, I can't really say I have a favorite movie just because personally I love a lot of movies. So just to give you some of my favorites, they would have to be 300, Scarface, Immortals, The Dawn of the Dead remake, Rocky IV, and The Dark Knight. I used to have long hair, as you can see in the picture displayed, and I'm kind of currently working on growing it back. During my entire junior and senior years in high school, I have never passed my foreign language class, which was Spanish. I always failed that class. I hate spiders. I was rejected by a girl in high school because she told me her boyfriend was going to jail for attempted murder. Weird, isn't it? I used to practice mixed martial arts back in 2010, mostly consisting of jiu-jitsu, striking, submission, and wrestling. After knowing this girl named Tanusha ever since I was a little kid, and having been involved in puppy love, she ultimately rejected me over a guy who broke her heart and always treated her like shit. Ironic, isn't it? Some of my favorite old school TV shows are The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Seinfeld, The Simpsons, and Married with Children. Now, another one of my hobbies are going out with friends to movies, hanging out, rounding everybody up together, and coming back and hanging out indoors. I love steak. It's like one of my most favorite things to eat of all time. I'm white, don't have any tattoos for the simple fact that I believe that they're not for me. I don't see the purpose of having something permanently marked on your body. It has no significance or importance whatsoever, and it can take an already good-looking body and completely destroy it and turn it into mediocrity. I hate using slang such as swag, bagged, smacked, dolo. 1, you look incredibly stupid saying it. 2, it sounds like you really need to grow up. And 3, it just clearly proves that your vocabulary is very limited. Read a book. My Xbox Live gamer tag is AlexAnimal7. A few of my favorite actors of all time, and they're not in order, are Will Smith, Samuel L. Jackson, Al Pacino, Johnny Depp, and Martin Lawrence. I'm a photographer. I personally think that Kobe Bryant is better than LeBron James. I personally believe our justice system is completely corrupt. Here are 2 examples. Casey Anthony, Trayvon Martin. My ex-girlfriend Sanella is engaged and soon to be married shortly after we broke up. Ironic, isn't it? I have an iPhone. I've never broken a bone in my life. Let's see how long I can keep that going with wrestling, huh? I do have an Instagram. Follow me, link in the description below. I personally think Mark Sanchez sucks as a quarterback. Even though it's bad for you, I love candy, especially Jolly Ranchers. Now, I do have an OOVOO account. If you guys are looking to video chat with me, link in the description below. If not, message me and I'll give you my contact information. I also have Skype for those of you out there who don't have an OOVOO account. Like I said, if you want to video chat with me, link in the description below. If not, message me and I'll give you my contact information. Now, one of my most brutal memories is back in September of 2002 at my friend Mikey's birthday. Now, Mikey, if you're watching this, you know exactly where I'm going with this. So to make a long story short, it was his birthday. He invited all his friends over. Inside of his room, he used to have a bunk bed. So what happened was everybody decided, you know, they wanted to fight and wrestle and whatnot. So Mikey's little brother Milton, you know, he was in the mix. So we were all in the bunk bed, you know, just beating each other up. Everybody's all over the place. So what I did was I grabbed him by the throat, I threw his arm over my shoulder, and I choke slammed him off the bunk bed on the radiator. He hit his tailbone on the radiator. I am a firm believer in success. If you're gonna talk the talk, walk the walk. I don't have my driver's license yet, but hopefully before the end of the summer, I will be getting my driver's license and my very first car. I hate Twilight. I am not the type of person to hold personal grudges. I believe that the greatest rapper alive today, personally, is Eminem. His wordplay, his metaphors, his vocabulary is insane. I don't think there's anybody out there who can quite compete with Eminem. He's one of the last of the best. He's from the Tupac Biggie era. He's from the 90s, and most of the rappers that are out now are just rapping about the same thing over and over and over again. So in my personal opinion, I don't think that there's anybody out there who can come close to Eminem. If anybody's a close second, that person would have to be Cassidy, because Cassidy he's just another insane rapper. Metaphors, similes, vocabulary, the guy is just lyrically gifted. Personally, I think Eminem is the greatest rapper alive today. Now, back in 2007, I was dating this girl named Julia, and I will never forget what she told me. She told me that she was not into that lovey-dovey stuff. So what happened was, she broke up with me, and then about a day or two later, I find out that she was going out and dating this kid named Joey. Ironic, isn't it? You're not into that lovey-dovey stuff, but yet you go from one person to another and like that, huh? Ironic, right? It amazes me myself. So no matter what I do in life, I always hold on to one statement: I'm gonna be alright. When I was about 5, I had a pet duck. You wanna know what happened to that duck? It died. Unfortunately, I killed it. Now, being 5 years old and not knowing what you're doing, I was terrified of the duck. Now, I didn't know how to pick the duck up because I was so terrified. Here I am, there's this, little yellow creature just like in front of me. So what I used to do when I was a kid was I used to pick the duck up from the neck. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know where I'm going with this. So, unfortunately for that poor duck, it died because of me being so innocent and naive and young and not knowing what the heck I was doing. I was picking the duck up from the neck, and that's how the duck met its demise. So, RIP duck. Eventually, when I settle down and when I'm financially secured, I want to have children. I can't stand people who are filled with pride and think that they know everything when in reality they only know so little. I'm going to Alabama this summer, particularly Helena and Pelham, to go visit a few of my friends. I usually learn about what's going on in the world today through Alex Jones, Yahoo News, and sadly and unfortunately, Facebook. I am a very, 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 very patient person. I almost enlisted in the United States Marine Corps back in 2010. My favorite fruits of all time are strawberries, cherries, mangoes, and green apple. I love to keep clean. Now, I believe everybody should be able to keep clean and take care of their bodies, because if you don't take care of yourself and your body, nobody else will. Now, when I was a young teenager, me and my friend Mikey used to go on the roof and we used to throw water balloons at some kid named George. Now, Mikey, if you're watching this, you know exactly where I'm going. Now, the only difference was these weren't actually water balloons. Inside these water balloons, we filled it up with soap, Ajax, spit, saliva, boiling hot water, and bleach. And we just used to throw them off the roof at this kid named George. Now, I was extremely hurt back in 2010 because the one girl, Tatiana, the girl of my dreams, I wanted to take out to my high school senior prom, ultimately rejected me because she told me it would be awkward being there, being as that I was 18 and she was 22. So it was a 4-year age difference, and it truly hurt me because I really wanted to go with her. I really want to see Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Live, laugh, and learn. Not suck, fucking leave. I remember the first time I got my hair braided, I wanted to scream. I'm currently being trained at the House of Glory School of Wrestling by Amazing Red and Brian XL. I love strawberry banana smoothies. Now, this is embarrassing, but one time I ran into an ice cream truck playing football on the street with a bunch of my friends. I wish I was taller. I wish I was about 6'8", but 6'2" is alright, so can't complain. Now, I really wish my father was still in my life, but God gave me a wonderful, single, hard-working mother who helped raise me into a man. That's all I can ever ask for. Now, as you can see, I like designs. I don't get them all the time, but I get them here and there, so can't go wrong. Now, I can go on and 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 on about myself, but I pretty much just gave you guys a little summary, and I summed up just a little bit about myself and who I am as a person. Now, this was a tag response, and for all of you out there who wanted to know who I am, this was my 100 facts about me. Now, don't forget to subscribe, comment, rate my video, and thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.